1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
I don't think I want my money back. I want my dream home. I have dreamt of being a home over here, so I want a home over here only. Whatever Greater Noida or builders and farmers need come together and sort out for a solution.
हमारे साथ में प्राधिकरण ने हमको गुमराह करके हमारी जमीन को छीना है।
इससे काफी कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आ गई हैं हम लोगों के लिए और हमारे बायर्स के लिए भी।
उत्तर प्रदेश की जैसे हालात इस समय बन चुके हैं, मायावती जी को मुख्यमंत्री पद पर बने रहने का कोई औचित्य नहीं है।
इसमें पूरा का पूरा हाथ मायावती सरकार का है।
It's looking like it's getting shattered day by day with all the disputes happening.
A turmoil that has left many dreams shattered, twisted many political ambitions, and has left an entire industry in lurch. It's also made me go back and check my flat contract. Well, this is the place where it all started. The golden goose of real estate industry in the Delhi's NCR region. A dream that was told to thousands in the middle class. From dream villas to high-tech city, it had a package which offered something to everyone. Spacious rooms, stylish societies, good connectivity, all at cheap prices, wowing the new income generation. A dream to own a house in this expensive city. But now the dream has turned into a hell. We tell you the real story behind the scene. We dig out the dirt of your builder's promise, how he cheated you in the next half hour. These flats were to be dream house of many, but now their dreams lie shattered. One look at the Greater Noida Extension skyline will tell you just how distant that house has become now. This project, like many others, has run aground following Allahabad High Court order. The High Court order quashed the acquisition of land, hitting almost a dozen housing projects coming up in that area. Construction came, stopped overnight, and earth movers and cranes stand still, much to the horror of nearly 1 lakh home buyers who had booked their flats in this area. And for most of the house owners, many who have taken loans, the condition is grim. In one corner of this entire stretch of land is a dream house of this young couple, Vaibhav and Shwet. For Vaibhav, getting a 3 BHK flat at only 26 lakh rupees was an unbelievable offer. From choosing right curtains, paying their monthly installments on time, to planning a family. It was all that their conversation was woven around since 2010. But now, the reality stares them in face.
I bought this flat around June 2010, and the main reason for buying this flat was, one, the affordability factor. The flat that was available at a cost here wasn't available anywhere in the NCR. So that was one factor. Another factor was that the master plan that I saw, it was absolutely great. The development that they promised would happen there was absolutely great. I mean, better than any other place that I saw.
Greater Noida Extension, part of Delhi's NCR region, was until now North India's next biggest housing boom destination, with cheap prices and spacious development. Full of promise, now the tide has turned against both developers and customers, leading to a deserted look at these sites. and nervousness looms large over this household, and Vaibhav and his wife just won their house as promised. After a year of paying installments and EMIs, they do not have a property. They do not know if and when will be their money refunded. What's worse, in some cases, some banks are not even ready to give further loans, and other banks are planning to stop disbursing money for already existing loans.
Now I've stopped thinking about anything regarding the house. I don't buy anything regarding my house. I think that whatever I'll do for my new house. But in fact, in terms of our spending money outside, enjoying, we've all stopped cutting on these things because we thought that we'll save on the money and we'll spend it in our new flat. But things are not looking good now.
So what exactly happened to dream house of thousands like Vaibhav? Well, the story starts in 2007 when Greater Noida extension boom happened. Greater Noida Authority acquired land from the farmers and sold it to big builders. So names like Amrapali, Supertech, Gorsons, Mahagun and other new players like Panchsheel, Paramount and Gulshan declared big housing projects. The builders promised you a flat for just 15 to 30 lakh rupees. They told you every facility you need is available in this area. But what they didn't tell you was this 2,000 hectares land was the crux of the entire controversy. The Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority had acquired this land using urgency clauses of Land Acquisition Act. This act allows the government to acquire land from farmers without hearing their objections. But the land acquired under this act has to be used for projects for public purpose. But that is not what happened. Instead, the development authorities forcibly acquired land and then allotted it to the private builders. And so the farmers termed the entire compensation as unfair and started protests.
हाईकोर्ट में हमने रिट दायर की है जमीन अधिग्रहण के विरोध, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पहले तो जमीन ही इतनी थोड़ी थी कि अधिग्रहण होनी ही नहीं चाहिए थी। ठीक है, लोगों के पास इतनी जमीन ही नहीं थी कि जो वो अधिग्रहित कर ली जाती, बसने के लिए भी जमीन नहीं है और फिर लोग जो हैं जीविका का कोई साधन नहीं रहा।
And they seem justified as this land covers 16 villages. The villagers say the authority acquired the land from the farmers at the rate of 850 rupees per square meter, but sold it to builders at a whopping rate of 10,500 rupees per square meter. And instead of setting up industries to give employment, the authority conveniently changed the land use from industrial to residential.
औद्योगिक के लिए की थी, फैक्ट्री बनेंगी, आपके बच्चों को रोजगार मिलेगा, किराएदारी होगी, आपकी जो जमीन चलेगी इसके बदले में आजीविका चलेगी। वो यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं है सिवा पार्क के।
It all began in 2007 when Greater Noida Authority started acquiring land from these farmers and paying them some compensation. Now that land was given to real estate builders at a hiked rate, and this agitation took off on a national platform with Bhatta Parsol incident. The farmers now got together and started demanding more compensation. For farmers, this just meant that government had cheated them with less compensation, and it helped when the Allahabad High Court struck down the acquisition of land in Shahaberi village for not giving the farmers an opportunity to file their protests.
इस फैसले का हम दिल से इतना स्वागत कर रहे हैं हाई कोर्ट के का, बहुत ही हम खुश हैं इस फैसले से, बहुत खुश हैं।
हमको ये बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि कोर्ट ने जो है इनके सुनने को इनकार कर दिया है, बिल्डरों के सुनने को इनकार कर दिया है। ये हमको बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है और हमको मालूम होता है कि बिल्कुल हमारे पक्ष में 100% जाएगा।
हमें बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, हम इस बात पर बहुत खुशी हैं। हमारी जो जमीन धोखे धड़े से अथॉरिटी ने ले ली हम तो, आज हमारे बच्चे सब बेरोजगार हैं, खाने खराब हैं और कहते हैं कुछ और करते हैं कुछ। ये लोग जो है बहुत ही हमारे साथ में अन्याय इन लोगों ने करा।
Sensing an opportunity now, farmers from other affected areas also joined in, and politicians of all hues jumped in to in the dock.
क्या प्रधानमंत्री की उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार के खिलाफ कोई प्रभावी कदम नहीं उठा सकते हैं? और मैं पहले भी मांग कर चुका हूं
उत्तर प्रदेश की जैसे हालात इस समय बन चुके हैं, मायावती जी को मुख्यमंत्री पद पर बने रहने का कोई औचित्य नहीं है, उन्हें त्यागपत्र देना चाहिए।
The land acquisition policy became Rahul Gandhi's brainchild to dethrone the Dalit queen from the state. So he decided to literally walk the distance. After the High Court, it was turned on the Supreme Court. And on 6th of July, the Apex Court upheld the High Court judgment, cancelling the allotment of 5 builders. Not only that, it slammed the state government for changing the land use. It also directed builders to give buyers space in another project or return their money with the interest amount. But getting your money back is easier said than done. In this three-way fight between the farmers, the builders, the authority, the farmers at least have some land plus the earlier compensation. The builders and the authority have some money. But it's the fate of a buyer who's bought a home like this in Greater Noida Extension which hangs in balance. So in total, 25 builders are in dock with 50 different projects. And at stake are 2.5 lakh flats and many, many families.
We are going to have the best priority, the most priority for the buyers to redress their issues. We are also talking to the government and authority only for their redressal. We are not right now worried about our losses or whatsoever.
Who are the officials and how much money has been bribed over the course of the last 3 or 4 years when this land was being allotted after forcible acquisition? It's a bribery scam for which none of the journalists and including channels like you are not investigating. If there was a Lokpal or Lok Ayukta, we could have seen some people going to jail. But today, all these people have lost their money, and they are enjoying it merrily, and the farmers and the house investors are left in the lurch.
It's a classic government-builder nexus story. An old law dating back to 1894 is put to use. Well, the original idea was that governments can acquire land under that law for public purpose. That is to build roads, railways and other infrastructure. In modern times, the government is forcibly acquiring land and giving it to private builders for hefty fee. Well, in all of that, with farmers' agitation, with builders' greed and the government's nexus, where does a common buyer go? What is our fault and how can we safeguard ourselves against these injustices? We tell you all of that on the other side of this short break. Keep watching Broken Homes.
I don't think I want my money back. I want my dream home.
I have dreamt of being a home over here, so I want a home over here only. Whatever Greater Noida or builders and farmers need come together and sort out for a solution.
हमारे साथ में प्राधिकरण ने ये हमको गुमराह करके हमारी जमीन को छीना है।
इससे काफी कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आ गई हैं हम लोगों के लिए और हमारे बायर्स के लिए भी। उत्तर प्रदेश की जैसे हालात इस समय बन चुके हैं, मायावती जी को मुख्यमंत्री पद पर बने रहने का कोई औचित्य नहीं है।
इसमें पूरा का पूरा हाथ मायावती सरकार का है।
It's looking like it's getting shattered day by day with all the disputes happening.
Welcome back. You're watching a story of a struggle. For most of us, finding the right house is a long struggle. From getting the right project to arranging all the paperwork and finally getting that loan. But how do you find a right project? Well, today it is Noida Extension, but it could be anywhere in India that a land dispute could leave you without a house and without any money. Today anyone can take out full-page ads, plant a hoarding in a piece of land somewhere and start collecting money from potential customers and also take credit from banks. What happens to the project eventually is a risk that seems to be growing wider. And to that, one simple fact. There is apparently no dearth of buyers of people who want their own house. And that is what old friends Sharad and Rahul living together in the noisy Vaishali suburbs wanted. They too jumped on the affordable housing bandwagon and invested in this project near Greater Noida Extension. Rahul's plan was to get married off and shift in with his wife into this new house by 2013. But now their fate is hanging on court's decision to be delivered in the month of August. While the work in their society is on, they don't know whether they will have a flat or will they lose both the flat and money after 17th of August.
सच वैसे तो 2013 में इसका पोजीशन था तो मैं चाह रहा था कि मैं उसके आसपास शादी करूं, लेकिन जिस हिसाब से डिले हो रहा है तो मेरे हिसाब से तो अब थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है. आगे ही पोस्टपोन होने की मुझे उम्मीद है कि आगे ही शादी जो है वो पोस्टपोन हो जाएगी, क्योंकि मुझे लगता नहीं है कि पोजीशन जो है वो 2013 के आसपास तक मिल जाए, क्योंकि ये 6-8 महीने का जो डिले हो गया है उसकी वजह से तो मुश्किल है. बाकी मैं खुदा से चाह ही रहा हूँ कि जितनी जल्दी हो सके मुझे पोजीशन मिले और सब कुछ प्लानिंग है जैसे थी वैसे ही चलती रहे.
And it's not as if they did not check out the project before investing.
There was no controversy. Also, like there was statement from the farmers that we were constantly telling whoever is coming over here, we were constantly telling that there is an issue. But I have been here around 4 to 5 times before buying it. So I didn't get. I also asked like the persons over here, like where is the location for God City, where is the location for it. So all those things were there. So at that time also we didn't receive any such allegations from any farmers or from any people over there.
All this brings us to the most important question. How does a buyer ensure that he's not cheated? In countries like US and UK, you do have more transparent land acquisition policies. But most importantly, you have more buyer's rights. Firstly, the real estate agents are organized where they have to get a registered license, which means they are constantly under surveillance. In UK, the realtors have to join government-approved trade bodies. A buyer can also hire a home inspector to survey the area and land deeds before investing in a project. One can also check the ownership status and previous owners of all land projects from a simple online database. Buying a house is the most important financial decision that you take. And while you do check out the price rates and the loan offers, the lessons learned from this entire Noida episode should not be forgotten. We give you a checklist that you must keep in mind before saying that final yes. So for buyers back home, you need to check who holds the title deed. You need to see that there's a clear title with all documentation in order. Full check payments are also a prerequisite. You should choose a builder with some track record. There should be an advance provision of buyer-builder agreement before taking booking in advance. Do a direct booking and payments to the builder. Avoid a broker as far as possible. Construction-linked payment plans should also be reviewed. Check the website and verify and re-verify the transparency of the builder.
We now plan to gather all the information at one place so that buyers anytime can contact us and get the information. We'll contact builders also. They give their information about the project and their corporations also, their organizations also, the strength and the weaknesses of their organizations.
But where does all this leave to those who have booked apartments in Greater Noida Extension and are now at the mercies of not just their builders, but also the farmers who own the land? Between the farmers, government, builders and buyers, it's a tense wait before the August 17th. The day the fate of lakhs of buyers hanging in the fire could be decided.
See, definitely this is impacting a lot. We have taken 20 lakhs of loan from SDFC Bank, and bank has done its first disbursement, that is of 7.5, near about 7.5 lakhs, and we are paying an EMI, an interest EMI of 6,000 somewhere. This is per month as is going on, and at the current scenario, all the construction is on a hold position, right? And in this scenario also we are paying the EMI interest to the bank. So this is definitely a direct loss to the consumer. The onus comes to banks also basically, because in banks also, when you go for a home loans, there are two phases of home loans. One is sanctioning phase and one is a legal phase, basically disbursement phase when we say, right? Sanctioning phase depends upon our income and eligibilities basically. So our income and according to our income and eligibility, the bank has given sanctioned the loan. But that when the parts come for disbursement, definitely there is a legal part, and bank has approved the project. Bank is approving the projects that again creates and confidence in the consumer's mind that banks have approved the project. So definitely the project is perfect. There's no point to say look back basically for this project basically, right? So definitely the bank is also responsible for the same. Why if there is any issues or any legal things was going on those lands, why bank has approved the project basically?
Well, as of now, construction has started in most of these projects. For farmers, they want more money and an early settlement of their compensation. Authorities are trying to come out with a middle path, and for the builders, it is a helpless situation. But it is the buyer who wants his dream fulfilled. He wants his dream house.
अगर वो कोशिश करते हैं तो हमें लगेगा कि वो हमें क्या दे रहे हैं। किसान की उसमें किसान का कितना हित है उसमें, ये उसके बाद ही पता लगेगा ना जब हमसे बात करेंगे। अभी तो हम पूरी तरह से शोषित हैं। अगर राज्य सरकार उसमें पहल करता है, प्राधिकरण पहल करता है, तो अल्टीमेटली यहाँ पे राज्य सरकार के अधीन है हम लोग सब, तो हम उनसे बात करने को तैयार है, लेकिन वो बात करे और उसमें सारा किसान के हित होने चाहिए, किसान की शर्त होनी चाहिए। किसान को पूरी तरह से शोषित रख के किसान कभी बात नहीं करेगा।
हर समस्या पे बैठ करके खुले दिल से बातचीत करने के लिए तैयार हैं और पतवाड़ी गांव के कृषक एक ऐसा समाधान दे जो क्षेत्र के विकास को एक नई दिशा दे सके।
दो ही चीजें हैं, या तो मेरे फेवर में आएगा, मेरे अगेंस्ट जाएगा। देखिए अगर फेवर में आता है तो फिर ये क्वेश्चन अपना आप ही सारे के सारे खत्म हो जाएंगे कि फ्लैट्स बायर्स का क्या होगा, क्योंकि फिर तो डेफिनेटली हम उनका मकान देंगे बना के। लेकिन अगर मेरे फेवर में नहीं आता है तो उसके आगे हम लोगों ने बिल्डरों की लगातार इस पोजीशन में मीटिंग चल रही है, तो सब लोग मिलके जो भी डिसीजन लेंगे वो बायर के फेवर का ही हम लोग लेंगे कि बायर को किसी तरीके की हमारा कोई उसको नुकसान ना हो और उसके पैसे को हम वापस कर पाएंगे।
मुद्दा ये है कि हमें फ्लैट चाहिए, पैसे वापस नहीं चाहिए वहाँ पे। हमें उस अमाउंट में कहीं फ्लैट मिलना नहीं है दिल्ली में, ठीक है। तो एक सस्ता फ्लैट था और हम लोगों ने बहुत पहले से उसमें बुकिंग कर रखी है और पैसे लेकर वापसी कोई मतलब नहीं बनता।
हमारा हार्ड एंड मनी है, रोज 1-1 रुपया बच्चों का पेट काट के बच्चों को अच्छे स्कूल में ना पढ़ा के छोटे स्कूल में पढ़ा रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमें अपना फ्लैट मिल जाएगा, किराए से बचे हम। आज की डेट में हम जो आधी कमाई है हमारी वो किराए में निकल जाती है, और इससे सस्ता ऑप्शन NCR में कहीं अवेलेबल नहीं था।
The central government has finalized the Land Acquisition and Pre-Settlement and Rehabilitation Bill for 2011. The highlights include that multi-cropped and arable land cannot be acquired. Government can only acquire land for public purpose, and it should be done only after due consultation with the stakeholders. If the land is acquired for any other purpose, then 80% of affected people must agree. Well, it's a positive step in the ongoing battle, but now the bill will take its time in the parliament, and the battle is far from over. So who will have the last word? We are tracking that controversy continuously and get you the latest update on that. But before we go, just a thought. The billboards behind me used to have really fancy real estate ads for the Noida extension. Today they're all empty, telling you about the grim situation of the real estate industry here and the eroding confidence between the builder and the buyers. Well, we hope the lessons are learned from the entire controversy and we can see some solution going ahead. Thank you for watching.